All right, folks, buckle up, because today on Tech News, now we're diving head first into the world of high-stakes tech.
We're talking Tesla.
Oh yeah, Tesla, and we're asking the question that's on everyone's mind. Is it really worth over $1 trillion?
It's a head scratcher, that's for sure.
I mean, we're talking about the 8th most valuable company globally,
You're in the Meta, Saudi Aramco.
even Amazon.
It's mind-boggling.
It really is. But is that insane valuation justified? Or is the market just sipping a little too much electric Kool-Aid? That's what we're here to figure out.
Well, let's kick things off by addressing the elephant in the room.
Okay, hit me with it.
The argument that Tesla might just be massively overvalued based purely on its earnings.
Okay, hold on. Pump the brakes for a second.
What's up?
Before we even get into overvalued or undervalued, can we just, break down what we mean by valuation here?
You got it.
For those of us who haven't spent all day, staring at stock tickers.
Absolutely. So when we say a company's valuation, we're often talking about its market capitalization.
Market.
Yep, market cap. Think of it this way.
All right, listening.
You take every single share of Tesla's stock out there, and you multiply it by the current share price.
Oh, okay.
That number you get. That's the market cap, which basically represents how much the entire market thinks the company is worth.
Gotcha. So, if each share of Tesla costs, I don't know, say $200,
Right.
and there are 5 billion shares floating around out there, the market cap would be a cool $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how the math works?
You got it. You're a natural at this.
Huh. Thanks.
Mm.
But hold on, there's got to be more to it than that, right?
Oh, there's definitely more. Here's where things get interesting. Another way to evaluate a company is by looking at its price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio.
PE ratio, okay.
This basically tells us how much investors are willing to pay for every dollar of profit the company makes.
So a high PE ratio means investors are super optimistic about future growth, even if current profits aren't, through the roof.
Exactly.
And that's where Tesla's story gets interesting.
Right.
They've been profitable, for sure.
They have.
But their earnings haven't exactly kept pace with that crazy valuation.
That's the thing.
So if it's not just pure profit driving this massive valuation, what else is in the mix? What's making investors throw their money at Tesla?
That is the trillion-dollar question, isn't it?
Lay it on me.
It's not just about the numbers. There's a whole bunch of factors at play. Let's start with the obvious brand power.
Yeah.
Tesla's brand power is undeniable. It's a name synonymous with innovation, sustainability.
And of course, you can't talk about Tesla without mentioning the man, the myth, the legend, Elon Musk.
Right.
It's like he's the Tony Stark of tech, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible and tweeting about it every step of the way.
He keeps things interesting.
It's almost like you're buying into a vision of the future as much as you're buying a car or a stock.
There's definitely an element of that.
Okay, so investors aren't just looking at Tesla's current performance. They're betting on its future potential.
Exactly.
So what is that potential? Is it all about self-driving cars taking over the world?
Well, self-driving cars are definitely a big piece of the puzzle. But beyond that, Tesla has the potential to completely disrupt the energy sector.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, their solar panels and battery storage solutions are game changers.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about those.
And then, of course, there's their foray into robotics with the Optimus bot. Who knows what kind of crazy innovations will come from that?
Seriously, who knows?
It's all very exciting.
It's like people see Tesla as this sneak peek into a sci-fi future.
Exactly.
Where robots do our chores and cars drive themselves and our homes are powered by the sun.
It's a compelling narrative, I have to admit.
It really is. And that narrative seems to be baked right into Tesla's valuation.
100%.
Investors are basically saying, we believe in this vision and we're willing to pay a premium for it.
That's the bottom line.
Okay, so we've got the brand power, we've got the future potential. But are we saying Tesla's valuation is entirely based on speculation and hype?
Well,
Is it all smoke and mirrors?
not necessarily. Tesla is a real company building real products with some seriously impressive technology.
Absolutely.
The question is, does all of that justify a $1 trillion valuation right now?
That's the big question.
It is.
So Tesla's valuation, it's a bit of a head scratch, right? It's a mix of performance potential and maybe a dash of that Silicon Valley stardust.
They could say that.
It's like trying to predict the future, which is about as reliable as a weather app in April, am I right?
Haha, you got that right.
But speaking of the future, that brings us to the bigger picture. How does a valuation like this impact the overall economy?
Right.
What does it say about investor psychology and risk in the tech industry?
Now those are the million, or should I say trillion-dollar questions.
Get me with your insights.
There are definitely some risks involved when a company's valuation gets this high.
Okay, like what? Spill the tea.
Well, when a company's stock price climbs so rapidly and it's based more on like future expectations than current performance,
Right.
there's always a chance those expectations won't be met.
So it's kind of like building a tower of Jenga blocks.
Okay, I like where you're going with this.
The higher it gets, the more unstable it becomes.
Yeah.
And one wrong move, the whole thing comes crashing down.
Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy.
Right.
Yeah, you're not wrong. If Tesla doesn't deliver on those expectations,
Oh.
investors could lose confidence, and then you see a rapid decline in stock price.
Ouch. Not a good look.
Not at all. And that's not even the whole picture.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a sec.
Let's do it.
How does a company with a valuation like Tesla's impact the overall economy? Like, it's got to be more than just making some investors richer or poorer, right?
Absolutely. A company like Tesla, with its massive market cap, can create ripple effects throughout the entire economy.
Ooh, ripple effects. I like that.
Yeah, and for starters, it influences the job market.
Jobs?
Yeah, as Tesla expands its operations, building new factories, developing all this new tech, they need people to do it.
Makes sense.
They create jobs, not just directly, but also in related industries.
Oh, I see. So more Teslas on the road equals more jobs for engineers and factory workers, software developers, even those people installing charging stations everywhere, right?
Exactly. And it goes beyond jobs. There's the impact on innovation.
Ooh, right. Innovation.
Tesla's success has spurred a whole wave of investment in EVs, battery tech, renewable energy.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get in on the action.
Exactly. And all that competition pushes other companies to innovate, come up with their own solutions, which ultimately benefits everyone, especially consumers.
So it's like Tesla's this big electric locomotive pulling the entire tech industry forward, right?
That's a great way to put it.
Everyone has to step up their game or get left behind.
Survival of the fittest.
Exactly. And then there's the psychological impact too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Tesla's success is fueled a certain optimism about the future of technology.
For sure.
Like it shows investors are willing to bet big on bold ideas and disruptive innovations.
Yeah, and that can inspire other entrepreneurs and inventors, to dream big and take risks.
So it's like Tesla's not just changing the way we drive or power our homes, it's changing the way we think about what's possible in the tech world.
Exactly. But let's not get too carried away by the hype here.
Oh, right. Back to reality.
Even with all its potential, Tesla faces challenges. I mean, the EV market is getting more and more competitive every day.
True, it's not like Tesla has the electric car game all to itself anymore. Every car company out there is scrambling to get in on the action.
Right. And then there are the regulatory hurdles, the supply chain constraints, the constant pressure to innovate and stay ahead of the curve. It's not easy being a pioneer.
Plus, the whole self-driving car thing, it's still, a work in progress.
Yeah, we're not quite at the point where we can all just take a nap while our cars chauffeur us around town.
Uh-huh. Not yet, at least.
So it's crucial to look at this whole valuation thing with a critical eye. I mean, Tesla has achieved incredible things,
For sure.
but they're not immune to setbacks,
Right, so what you're saying is, don't put all your eggs in the Tesla basket, no matter how shiny and futuristic it may seem.
Exactly. Diversification is key.
Got it. So the question of whether Tesla is worth $1 trillion, it's all a matter of perspective.
It is. Some investors might see it as a sure bet.
Right.
Others might see it as a gamble. It all depends on your own risk tolerance and how you assess Tesla's long-term prospects.
Okay, so we've explored Tesla's insane rise, the factors driving its valuation, and the potential risks involved. We've even looked at how this all impacts the economy, the job market, and even the psychology of innovation. But I feel like we're missing something.
What's that?
What does all this mean for the average person? Why should they care about how much Tesla is worth?
That's a great question.
Right.
I mean, you might be thinking, I'm not some Wall Street investor.
Yeah.
I just want a car that gets me from A to B, preferably without guzzling gas.
And, maybe you're not exactly in the market for a solar roof or a robot butler either.
All right.
So why should anyone outside the financial world care about Tesla's valuation?
Because Tesla's story, it's about more than just cars and stock prices.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's a story about the future we're building.
Ooh, deep.
The choices we make today, as consumers, as investors, as citizens, they all have an impact on the direction of technology.
Whoa.
And that direction, ultimately, it impacts all of our lives.
Mind blown. I'm going to need a minute to process that. So even if we're not, personally buying Tesla stock,
Right.
we're all kind of part of this grand experiment in a way.
We are. Think about it.
Huh?
Tesla's push for electric vehicles, it's accelerating the transition away from fossil fuels. Their advancements in battery technology, that could totally revolutionize how we store and use energy.
Yeah, and their work on self-driving cars could change, like the whole transportation landscape. Like
Exactly.
a butterfly flaps its wings in Silicon Valley,
Yeah.
and it causes this hurricane of change all over the globe.
It's a powerful image.
Right. And it's not just Tesla. The entire tech industry is grappling with these massive changes.
Absolutely. AI, the metaverse.
It's a wild ride.
It is, and that's why it's so important to be informed.
They inform people.
Engage in these conversations, understand the forces that are shaping our world, because ultimately we're all investors in the future, whether we realize it or not.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to write that down.
Oh.
We're all investors in the future.
Mm.
That's deep, man. But seriously, folks, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
What are your thoughts on Tesla's valuation? Do you think it's justified, or is it all just a bubble waiting to burst?
Head over to our social media pages and let us know.
We're dying to hear your perspectives on this trillion-dollar question.
And hey, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button
Come on, you know you want to.
so you don't miss out on future episodes of Tech News Now.
That's right. We break down the biggest stories in tech and explore the trends shaping our future.
Because, let's face it,
Oh, here it comes.
the future is coming, whether we're ready or not.
So true. Until next time, folks, stay curious.
And stay informed. I think